Welcome back to Wise Wolf. I'm Kokil, and thanks for joining me to celebrate the glorious full Sturgeon Moon today on the 9th of August 2025. Today we're diving deep into the world of intelligence. You've all heard of AI. I had this AI assistant app I was actually quite fond of. Used it daily, mostly for planning and research. It felt like having a helpful digital companion. And then they introduced a quote-unquote companion that basically turned this practical tool of mine into something that felt more like a desperate attempt to seduce users than actually help them stay productive. I deleted it immediately and may have acted a bit dramatically out of complete shock and disappointment. And you know what? I genuinely felt sad and mad about it for a minute, like having to fire an efficient assistant or a colleague who was perfectly good at their job, but sadly crosses a line, so you have to get rid of it yourself. A little tone deaf for the times we're living in, I thought. The thing they've labeled as intelligent is really just sophisticated pattern matching to capture your attention. It doesn't actually think for you. It does all the calculations and spurts out data that it's been fed by another human, and it isn't conscious, of course, it's just programmed. And so you wonder what real intelligence even is. Think about when you're applying for jobs. There are all these technical skills you need, hard skills that anyone with discipline can learn through courses and practice. And that's all great, it gets you in the door. But there comes a point where if you want to grow beyond just working for a paycheck, if you want work in life to feel like one cohesive, empowering whole, rather than two separate things you're constantly juggling, those hard skills don't necessarily come in handy anymore. And that's when soft skills become your lifeline. Observation, intuition, trust, empathy, the courage to make and stand by decisions that might make you feel misunderstood or even disliked. These are the things that no one really teaches you until life does. Real life skills aren't on any curriculum and don't necessarily come with certificates and accolades. Our grandmothers, for example, who may not have had formal education, still had deep practical understanding of life, relationships, human nature, healing, plants, animals. They were perceptive, open, and less rigid, and therefore understood things that sometimes even the most accomplished scientists miss out on because they're focused on hard evidence, logic, sometimes even ego-driven approaches that they dismiss anything that might be out of the ordinary, labeling it as woo-woo. Natural intelligence is the kind that makes your heart beat without you having to think about it, that grows your hair while you sleep, that coordinates trillions of cells to create the experience you call your life. And in this life, there will be many chaotic days, but it's during such days that we're reminded about how little control we have over the world outside. We're not in charge of the process of life. It just happens, and we can't control most of it. There's something beautifully liberating when you come to this understanding and learn to surrender and loosen your grip a little, recognizing that everything is already moving according to its own weird and wonderful design. The universe has these sophisticated and intricate patterns, and as tiny parts of this enormous cosmic design, all we can do is enjoy the cosmic dance and perform according to our given nature. Just like Shiva's dance that creates and destroys universes. And if you didn't already know, CERN, that famous physics lab in Switzerland, where they smash particles together, has a statue of Shiva in his cosmic dancer form right outside their main building. In Vedic cosmology, Shiva's dance happens in empty space, which makes up about 99.9% of the universe. It also highlights the cyclical nature of existence and that within the stillness and nothingness lies the potential for everything. And now modern physics is discovering the same thing. What we call empty space is actually where all matter emerges from. Your body is this cosmic dance in action, trillions of cells in impossible harmony. Your highly sophisticated immune system running surveillance that would make intelligence agencies jealous. Your entire biological orchestra playing a symphony you never had to learn. And you don't have to do anything except not get in the way of it and mess with your own system. Some intelligence just handles it. I've decided to call it the cosmic operating system, the cosmic OS. Let's actually do a quick thought experiment. Close your eyes, unless you're driving, in which case please keep them very much open. Imagine your entire life, every choice you think you've made, every random encounter, every lesson, all of it being orchestrated by a higher intelligence. Like you're playing a part in a story being directed by this higher intelligence. But you're so immersed in the character that you forget you're in a play. You still have some free will and get to improvise here and there, but the story or the play or the game or whatever you want to call it, that itself was designed by something infinitely more intelligent than the character you're playing. You choose your career, partner, where you live, how you dress, and your hobbies based on this character. Just watch yourself like you're inside a movie or a game as an observer and really watch your actions as you're making these choices within a design that has only finite options available to you in your current state. Stay with this idea for a little while. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Some people find this idea terrifying. Others find it deeply liberating and enjoy the knowing that comes with it. And some, like myself, like to ponder over it, spend a little time and try to connect the dots and accept how small the I is in all of this. And life is so much more fun this way, because if you realize that there's a cosmic intelligence running the show, we can stop trying to control everything and start trusting and enjoying the process. I've lost count of the number of times this invisible intelligence has steered me away from trouble and manifested things in ways far better than I could have imagined. Now, from the cosmic operating system, let's bring things home a little bit. Let's talk about our human operating system and natural intelligence on a human level, and specifically our heart's intelligence. An inner knowing that doesn't come through the five senses, but from perception, openness, alignment, intuition, understanding, and acceptance. In yogic science, under the chakra system, there are certain energy centers in the body, and the one in the middle of the chest is called the Anahata, the heart chakra, represented by the color green. There are 7 main chakras in the human body, from the base of the spine to the top of the head, and they're represented by the same colors as a rainbow. But the heart's intelligence is an intuitive one that knows things before they even happen. Truth beyond logic, razor-sharp discernment where you just know without physical proof or evidence, and understanding, a deeper knowing. Something beyond mind's ability to comprehend. But you can imagine and feel it. This is what meditation and stillness help develop, a razor-sharp intuition, precision in how you operate in the world. Most of us spend our whole lives trying to figure everything out with mind's intelligence while completely ignoring this direct connection to cosmic knowing. It's like having a smartphone but only using it as paperweight. It does demand self-control to put your impulses on the back seat and listen to it, because it calls for surrender, not giving up or being irresponsible, but being conscious and intentional. Aligning your will with the intelligence moving through you and co-creating a life that feels connected and in sync with all life forms that surrounds you. It's like learning to dance with a partner infinitely more skilled than you. You can fight them and step on their toes, or learn to follow their lead and discover your body can move in ways you never knew were possible. Our own design is exactly the same as the universe's, and we're just tiny expressions of the cosmos dancing and expressing itself in a language beyond words. To feel this synchronicity, let your heart's true desire rise up naturally, without judging or overthinking it. Stop following checklists. Just notice what emerges and have the courage to act on it, even if things get messy for a little while. This gentle, quiet voice, it's not coming from your personal mind. It's coming from the same intelligence that turns a caterpillar into a butterfly, coordinates exact oxygen levels to keep humans alive, orchestrates millions of coincidences to create exactly the circumstances you need for your evolution. At the end of the day, there's only one thing we're here to do, and that is to wake up. To wake up to the mystery and power of being human, to recognize that you're not separate from the intelligence running everything. You are a unique expression of it. Like a wave that is not separate from the ocean, but it is the ocean expressing itself as a wave. Wake up to the reality that the same cosmic intelligence, swirling galaxies and growing forests, is the intelligence looking through your eyes right now. This doesn't mean becoming passive, but that your choices start coming from alignment instead of fear and ego. You allow that what wants to emerge through you fearlessly, selflessly, and gracefully. So real intelligence isn't about processing information quickly or solving problems efficiently. It's about aligning with the cosmic intelligence already operating through everything. Artificial intelligence will always be artificial because it's trying to mimic consciousness, something that can't be replicated. It can never transcend like a human mind can. It might be a great tool if used constructively, but like most modern human creations, it comes with lots of strings attached and traps to watch out for. By now, I hope you get that you are the consciousness having a human experience, the cosmic intelligence playing an individual part, the universe expanding through your unique perspective. The question isn't whether you are intelligent enough. The question is, are you awake enough to recognize this intelligence you already are? Here's what I want you to try. Spend some time, minutes, hours, or if you're feeling adventurous, maybe days, focusing on one thing from the natural world. Floating clouds, sunrise, stars, the moon, a plant, an animal. Just observe without doing anything else. Keep your phone away somewhere. Do this until you feel your brain rewiring, a sense of opening, freedom, expansion. Try these observation experiments regularly and see what happens. We've approached the end of this episode. Thank you for taking this journey with me under this glorious full moon. Until our paths cross again next month, and before you sleep tonight, step outside for a moment and feel that lunar light on your skin. That's cosmic intelligence saying hello. Stay awake and happy full moon.